Ah, my nose now. Alright, so one more time. What if Namor had joined the Fantastic Four? Recruit your own team of special forces. 10 hot G.I. Joe Special Forces trading cards are now ready for inspection. 200 cards in all, the front of each one blazing with color and action, and the back filled with top secret information. Start your own collection with your favorite G.I. Joe and Cobra characters, or collect and trade them by categories like rank and file, patrols, original Joe team, battle gear, and even special missions. Enlist now, be the very first one on your block to join the ranks with the premier edition of the G.I. Joe Special Forces trading cards. They blow ordinary trading cards away. Okay, you good? Johnny Storm, the youngest of the Fantastic Four, lies here amid the equalore of society, having deserted the group after a senseless argument. He wants nothing more than a bed for the night. In most planes of existence, it is the same Johnny Storm who discovers a mystery man, a prince lost among paupers. You are familiar with a prince who came to be both mankind's champion and its bitterest enemy. But in the reality in which I now lead you, events transpired differently. Here we discover, what if the Submariner had joined the Fantastic Four? As in your world, the Fantastic Four scour the city in search of its hot-tempered member.
Any sign of the bald hothead? As if I cared.
Nothing, Ben. You know we wouldn't be in this mess if we hadn't picked a fight with Johnny. I hope Sue's having better luck. But in this reality, a simple turn of the head has profound consequences. There's Johnny, but who's that with him? Johnny, thank heavens you're all right, but who's your friend? Sue, how did you... Never mind. You wouldn't believe me if I told you who I think this guy is. But I think there is a way to find out for sure. He's heading towards the waterfront. I'd better signal Reed. I hope I'm right about you, pointy ears. If not, you better be able to swim. I remember! Prince Namor is himself again! It is him. I must return to my people, but not without gazing again on such beauty. No daughter of Atlantis was ever so lovely. Atlantis? A deep-sea expedition discovered the ruins of Atlantis. There's nothing left of that civilization. Nothing left? My people gone? You know, this is the surface world's doing. Atlantis will be avenged, even if it means destroying your world. How about a little gratitude, Waterboy? If you're looking for a fight, you came to the right place. Ben, Johnny, no, Namor's lost everything he has. Don't make things worse. If your world is gone, then join ours. You came to aid mankind. You came to mankind's aid before. Don't let your anger blind you now. The ocean is a vast place. There must be hidden remnants of the population of Atlantis somewhere. We could help you search. It has always been my way to listen to my heart. Perhaps it's time to think before I act. Join us. The Fantastic Four would welcome you. I am a monarch without subjects. I have no home. Nothing. You offer me friendship when I would have destroyed you. All I can offer you is my loyalty. If it is enough, then I shall join you.
No hard feelings, huh, Bubby? Or Subby?
Subby. Welcome to the Fantastic Four. Neymar, if you don't mind. Looks like it's time for new uniforms, Reed. Compared to Battletoads, Turtle seems like pond scum. Dude, if you're ready for a game that totally kicks butt, get Battletoads with 12 leading levels of fierce fighting and radical racing for 1 or 2 players. Aw, Super Off-Road, that's awesome. That was a good game. Super Off-Road. Got so many laughs out of that one. And thus, as a member of the Fantastic Four, the last son of Atlantis became mankind's protector rather than its sworn foe. Namor longed for his vanished undersea kingdom, but with Susan Storm as his guide, he came to appreciate the dividends of his new life. Sadly, peace would not be one of them. He just gave him, like, blue shorts. It's just 24/7 birthday suit. Not long after Namor's addition, the man who would become the team's greatest nemesis made himself known to the Fantastic Five, Doctor Doom. We're not about to be your bidding, do your bidding, Doom. We have no choice, Namor. With Suez as hostage, Doctor Doom sent the heroes back in time to the 18th century, commanding them to retrieve the legendary treasure of Blackbeard. Quite right, Richards, you have 2 days' time. Do not fail or the girl suffers. Kick off 1991 with Score, the most fun you can have with football cards. Introducing the Super Series of the Year. Score's sizzling 1991 football card collection. Is action-filled? Yes. Colorful? Of course. And slow with exciting new subsets, including the totally unique Dream Team, including football's finest players close up and personal. So get them while you still can. Remember, you can't win if you don't score. It's fun. Holy jeez, I think that thing actually worked. It appears so, Ben. I believe Doom sent us here to bring back the gems of Merlin, 6 baubles contained in Blackbeard's treasure. They truly have certain mystic properties. I know of them because early in my reign they were discovered on the ocean floor and brought to Atlantis for study. At this time, though, they must still be in Blackbeard's possession. These could come in handy. We are a little conspicuous. We'll only be borrowing them.
Borrowing them, sure.
And soon.
I feel ridiculous.
You look ridiculous.
Shut up.
We have to find out where we are and when. Let's waste no time, Doom. Let's waste no time. Doom has only given us 48 hours. And there's no telling what he'll do to Sue if we fail. The historical Blackbeard was a man named Edward Teach. He was killed in the Battle of the North Carolina coast in 1718. If he's dead, his treasures, the gems of Merlin, could be anywhere. That's so Reed. Merlin's gems were discovered, or will be, off your Carolina coast and brought to Atlantis. They must have sunk with the ship and lain undisturbed for centuries. I'll go find them. You three try to stay out of trouble. Godspeed, Namor. Much later, after all this searching, I hope that the ship proves more rewarding than the others. This must be it now. I must return before Doom's deadline for the time retrieval expires. And soon I got it. Not a moment too soon from the looks of it. Yeah, for their sake. What now? Do we actually give the gems to Doom? As I said before, the gems were studied in Atlantis. Doom's right on schedule. And that knowledge was passed to the royal family. Give me the treasure and I'll release the girl as we agreed. Are these what you want, Doom? You want these to increase the power of your dark sorcery? You could not know of the gems. Oh, but I do. I do. I know how to use them also. Fool! I won't be thwarted. The enmity of Dr. Doom is the thing to fear. I will have my revenge. Yeah? Yeah, well, we heard it all before.
You're gonna have to stand in line, fella.
Sue, he'll not harm me while I draw breath.
Devils take you, never.
They'll take you as one of their own, Doom.
Crunch.
My memory is long, Fantastic Five. You will all rue the day you incurred the wrath of Doom. Hey, look, it was just a robot. Then the real Doom must still be here. Don't count your escape yet, Doom. I'll bring the castle down to find you. Never don't. Don't go after him alone. You can't charge long into a battle with Doom. It could be fatal. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you. Nor are you, Sue. Confrontation with Doom can wait for another day. I am indebted to you for reminding me of that. Uh-oh. The addition of Namor made the Fantastic Five truly the world's greatest team of heroes. The Puppet Master's plans to turn them against one another failed. Seaspin, I do not wish to harm you. Namor's incredible strength, teamed with that of the Thing, was more than a match for even the fury of the Hulk. Back where you came from, you ugly monster. A mile of solitude on your moon's blue area was interrupted by a battle with the Red Ghost and his apes. You've no hope of defeating us. Surrender now. Namor's presence meant numerical superiority, an advantage the Red Ghost could not offset. The Mad Thinker did not foresee Namor's ferocity when confronted by the non-living android, which was reduced to so much scrap. Go to it, boys. We've got things handled over here. The Super Skrull's downfall was achieved by moving the battle underwater where no being can stand against the Submariner's might. The depths only increase my strength, villain. Wary of defending upon Doom's technology, Namor persuaded the others to forego the journey to ancient Egypt. Thus, the danger of Ramatut never needed to be faced.
Guess you're right, Subby. Who knows what Doom might have rigged this time
machine contraption to do. And there was always Doom. He returned again and again to haunt the Fantastic Five, each time more deadly than before. Doom's hatred grew with every defeat until the utter destruction of the Fantastic Five was his only passion. I hope for your sake that I hope you bake in that armor, Rivet Face.
You'll die in my hands yet, boy.
Though Doom held particular hostility for Namor, the Atlantean himself was far more concerned with Sue Storm. Sue's schoolgirl crush for Reed was quickly forgotten as she turned to the exotic Namor he responded in kind. As for Reed, whatever feelings he held for Sue were buried so deeply he could not express them had he tried. Neighbors whose growing love was tainted only by the failure to locate any survivors of Atlantis. We'll keep trying, neighbor. Don't lose hope. Yes, Susan, I will never admit to myself that I am the sole survivor of Atlantis, but it leaves a great emptiness inside me. I've lost my people, my world already. I could not bear losing my only love, also. Please, become my wife. Marry me. Neighbor, I love you, but... Yes, of course I'll marry you. My sister, the princess. Who would have thought?
So what took you guys so long?
Reed, I'm not quite sure how. Maybe I better just tell you neighbor asked me to marry him, and I accepted. I know you. I'm sure you'll be very happy. Congratulations. I do have to get back to my research though, so... Reed? And in a few weeks, you may now kiss the bride.
Ah, that's so good. Just a little tongue. Now it's not everybody. Earth to stretch, oh, get with it, would you, Reed? Why don't you make a toast?
Very well, Ben, if you insist. I know you all join with me in wishing Neighbor and Sue all the best in their lives together. This is a new time of new beginnings for them, as it must be for me. Neighbor has more than proven his abilities to lead to FF, and I must devote more time to my first love, scientific discovery. So effective immediately, I am resigning from the Fantastic Five. Though Reed Richards and the Fantastic Five went their separate ways, both attained success. Neighbor and Sue's love grew even greater, and the Fantastic Four triumphed legion over a legion of opponents. The alchemist Diablo and his Dragon Man crossed swords with the heroes, but were soundly defeated. The Frightful Four could not withstand the sheer power they faced. The mysterious Mole Man and Namer struck up a strange friendship, perhaps because they both understood what it was to be an outsider among men. Richards Technologies was founded and flourished into a leader of scientific community. Under Reed's guidance, Rich Tech made incredible strides in research and development. The Fantastic Four, of course, had complete access to all Rich Tech breakthroughs. But prosperity was not to last. Well, your credentials certainly are impeccable. Almost too good to be true. I'd be a fool not to hire you. Welcome to Richards Technologies, Lisette Orlova. Thank you, Dr. Richards. It's going to be a great privilege to work next to you. I promise you won't be sorry. Reed's new assistant did prove to be as good as her resume, with Lisette working as Reed's scientific discoveries were made with regularity. Great work, Lisette. Working with you working with me, which takes piling up success after success. I'm just the assistant, Reed. You're the genius here. Ever the scientist, Reed failed to even notice Lisette's obvious attraction. Oops. Pardon me. Oh, certainly. He's like me. You don't ever hear me, do you? It's like I'm not even here. I'm falling for you, and you haven't a clue. I'm betraying you, and you don't know. Later. Coffee? Guess I could use a break. These equations are all starting to look the same. Thanks for the drink, Liz. You always seem to know what I need. Trust me completely. The effect have already begun to show. One more dose, maybe two. I just want to get this over with. Get this over with because I, I love Reed. How could I be doing this to him? You will adhere absolutely to the original plan. You do have your family to consider. I would hate for an accident to befall them in our homeland. Keep me apprised of events. The baby's due in April. I always wanted a spring baby. You should see Namer. He's just beside himself with excitement. I really am happy for you, Sue, and Namer too. Call me when you have more to tell. Take care of yourself, Reed, and Lisette too. She's obviously crazy about him. I'll bet the big dope hasn't even noticed her yet. That was Sue. She called to tell us and she and Namer are going to be parents. I overheard. It's great. She looks so happy. I thought we could toast their happiness. Your timing's perfect as usual. Anything to please you, Reed. Anything. To Sue and Namer. Clink. To your health. I feel something's wrong. I can't. Forgive me, my love. I had no choice. And when Reed finally regains consciousness, don't even bother to ask Dr. Richards. You're confined in the sub-basement of my embassy here in New York, and you are totally helpless thanks to the remarkable Miss Orlova. Your faithful assistant has been poisoning you. Hard to believe, I know, but she would go to almost any lengths to protect her family in Latveria, so I planted her close to you. She's been dosing you with drinks with a neurotoxin of my own design. It destroys your will. You'll find your muscles quite unresponsive. He forced me, Reed. I never wanted to. Shut up, woman. All I require of you now is silence. Do not try my patience. The formula is fatal in all but small doses, such as those you ingested. In larger quantities, it would cancel all your motor functions, including respiration, but controlled amounts simply rob the individual of free will. Once this final dose is injected, you'll respond to my commands, and then Reed Richards, you'll lead me past the Fantastic Four's defenses, and watch while I kill them all. Enter the disabling code, Richards. I want to make sure our visit's a complete surprise. They never imagined that Rich Tech security would be their downfall. We'll be in their midst before they realize they've been breached. Your part in this has been invaluable, Richards. I'll kill you last. Without the annoyance of this Fantastic Four, I hold the entire world at my gauntlet. My every whim will be law, every thought a reality. Faster, Richards. Override all the security precautions on this floor. Your designs are impregnable, Richards. These rooms serve well as prisons rather than fortifications. I'll dispose of the Human Torch and Thing at my leisure. At the moment, I simply want them in prison while I concentrate on a happy couple. In mere moments, the Fantastic Four and that hated neighbor will be no more. All my defeats at the hands will be avenged in one body stroke. And then who would stand in Doom's way? Who would dare? How different my life would have been had I returned to the sea, bitter and alone. Here I found love and friendship and soon a family. Here I have everything. What? Not what. Who? Crack. Down! You're doomed, Submariner. Everyone's doomed. Capture the girl, Richards. The battle is over before it's begun. Kazorch. Name her. Doom will be unchallenged. Reed, what's he done to you? Please let me go. Ugh. Seems your husband has deserted you. You can't. Silence, please. I haven't killed you, dear sweet neighbor. Yet. No, I wouldn't dream of letting your deaths be so easy or so quick. You will all come to know agony intimately by the time I grant you the release of death. Gasp! You'll beg me to end your torment. You'll beg!
Break me so well.
No! No one dies tonight, Doom. Possible. Unless it's to be you. Your will cannot be so great, and your strength is nothing next to Doom's. Gosh. My God. Raid. It's Doom. And he ain't paying no social call. Hang on, Susie. Cavalry's here. No. How can you be freed? Surprise is lost, and I'm not prepared for a pitched battle. But be certain of my return. In the future, you will not be fortunate. Is everyone alright? Fine. Only my pride is bruised. Sue? Sue? Sue. I've got... Don't talk, Reed. Save your strength. I'll get you to a hospital. No, I have to tell you. Before it's too late. You were always so special to me. Never knew how to say. So sorry. He's not going to make it. He will if you let me through. I'm a doctor. I'm his only chance for life. Set, help him. Reed's blameless in this. It's all my fault. Doom took my family hostage and told me to get close to Reed. I did everything I was supposed to. Drugged Reed, betrayed him, even though I was falling in love with him. I won't lose him now. We've got to get him into surgery. Set. Set doctoring sustain Reed's lifelong enough to reach proper facilities. Faster, Neymar, I'm barely holding him together. A call to shield assured the liberation of Lisette's family from Doom's clutches. It would be a real pleasure, as a matter of fact. Reed mended slowly but completely, giving him the chance to truly see Lisette for the first time. I guess well, didn't notice, or maybe, I guess I was, too busy? Too busy? Well, yeah, but I, think I love you too. Well, that took long enough. Several days later, Reed was able to leave the hospital and continue his recovery at home. Welcome back to the real world, old friend. Reed and Lisette wasted no time marrying, delaying only until their family escaped Latveria. Thinks he's a regular Don Juan, don't he? Sue gave birth to a healthy baby boy, even as Lisette and Reed began their family. We'll name him Leonard after your father. They were blessed with a daughter. She's got your eyes, Liz. And her father's brains. The children were each blessed with unique powers, and as they grew to maturity, used them to follow in their parents' footsteps. But those are other tales for other times. The end. What if Captain America led a battalion of super soldiers during World War II? Interesting.
Hit 'em high! Konami unleashes a combination all-out aerial assault and gun-turning ground blitz for your NES. Its name. Laser invasion to target. Sheik Toxic Marin and his earth-shattering techno-scorch missiles. You'll pilot a laser invasion heligen, an air-slicing armor-plated powerhouse ready to fire your choice of weapons. You must bank, dive, and hover, employing advanced combat techniques against unrelenting waves of airborne enemies. Then land your bird of prey and charge the Sandstorm Command Center, home of 3D Confusion Maze. To get there, pounce on divisions of Pharaoh Phantom tanks, chiller choppers, and an army of grenade-throwing, machine-gun-toting terrors. Between battles, your life hinges on your own tactical decisions. Gather enough skin-saving objects, ammo, and intelligence. You'll penetrate Sheik's Fortress of Doom, but there won't be much time to do your dirty work, so let the invasion begin. Now zap $10 off laser scope, voice command optical targeting headset with a rebate offer inside every laser invasion package. What the fuck? What did I just read? It's here! Dungeons and Dragons, a medieval swordsman, powerful warrior, or mythical wizard. This can be you in the new Dungeons and Dragons game. Learn to survive the deepest dungeons and most horrible dragons. Take on the new Dungeons and Dragons game challenge. It's here. Simple to play, fun to play. Now everyone can play. Not just super nerds. Nerds! See how loud my neck is? Alright. That's the comic. Sessions